Think you need thousands of dollars to invest in real estate? What if I told you can start investing with little or no money at all? And today I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. Hi, I'm Steve and I help young professionals create passive income through real estate investing. I started investing in real estate back in 2011 with little or no cash at all. And over time, I learned what works, what doesn't work when getting started investing in real estate with little to no money. In this video, I'm showing you 5 proven strategies that you can start using today to help you start investing in real estate. So stick around to the end because I'll share an example that anyone can use for any structure today. Strategy number 1 is wholesaling. Here's how it works. You're gonna find a property and you're gonna put it under contract. Then you're gonna take that contract and you're gonna sell it to another investor or another buyer for a fee. And you're never actually gonna own the property yourself. For example, if I find a property for sale for $300,000, I put it under contract for that amount, then I try to go to sell it to somebody else for $315,000 and I'm gonna make the spread. And throughout the whole entire process, I actually didn't have to use any of my own money to buy or sell the property. The pros to this strategy is that 1, it's very little startup capital. You typically don't need to buy the property, just secure it under contract and then sell it to somebody else. The second is usually a fast turnaround. Deals can typically close less than 30 days, allowing you to make more money in the short term versus other traditional methods. And the third pro is that it gives you an opportunity to learn the market. Great way to understand property values, learning how to negotiate deals, and learning how to deal structure without putting your own money at risk. But there's some drawbacks. 1, deals are super competitive in this type of market. 2 is the income is not passive. You have to find the next deal in order to make more money. And 3, some states require some type of license, agent license, or broker license in order to do any type of real estate transaction where there's a fee involved. So you always need to check your state and local regulations and make sure you can wholesale in that state. The second strategy is lease options. In this strategy, you're leasing a property with an option to buy at a later date at a predetermined price. Meanwhile, you're gonna sublease the place out, collect rent, and hopefully get some positive cash flow. For example, you can rent out a property for 2 years with an option to buy at today's price, and then sublease it out while the tenant covers the rent. This gives you an opportunity to control the property as you work to get your financing in place. So the pros, the positive strategies that you control the property early on in the deal, there's a low upfront cost, and there's cash flow potential. Some of the cons and drawbacks with the lease option is that 1, typically your option to buy is non-refundable. There could be market shifts in the marketplace. The price you negotiate to purchase the property today, if property values go down in the market in the future price, you might be paying too much for the property. 3 is you're gonna have maintenance responsibilities. And 4, there are finance risks. If you don't get your finance in place to purchase the property, the whole deal can blow up. The third strategy is great for new investors, and that's house hacking. In house hacking, you're living in the property like a duplex or a triplex where you live in one unit and you're renting out the other 2 or 3 units so that way you can collect the rent to pay the mortgage. For example, you can buy a duplex with an FHA loan and only have to put 3.5% down. You live in one of the properties, you collect rent from the other property to help cover your mortgage. Sometimes you can even roll some of the closing costs into the loan, so that way there's little upfront money for you. However, some of the drawbacks of using house hacking techniques and getting an FHA loan is that you have to at least live in the property for a year. Strategy number 4 is seller financing. Instead of going to a bank in order to get your loan, you're gonna have the seller act as the bank, and you're gonna pay them directly over time. I've seen deals with motivated sellers that agree to finance the whole entire deal because they still want that monthly cash flow, but they don't want the responsibilities of maintaining the property. And for you, it's an opportunity to lose less upfront cash. So it could be a win-win strategy if you find the right property with the right seller. And that brings us to number 5. Number 5 is my favorite one, and that's partnerships. If you have little to no cash, what you're gonna do is you're gonna go find a partner who's gonna put up the cash for the deal. But in return, you're gonna be doing all the work. You're gonna be doing all the maintenance, all the management, all the leasing, everything to make that property cash flow and make it work for everybody. I like to go to investors and I say, hey, I find the deal, I do the tenants, I do the rehab, I do the maintenance, you put up the cash, we split the profits. It's not gonna work for everybody. Everyone's gonna have their own agenda, so you have to find the right fit and the right investor that works with your type of goals. It's all about trust and who you know and how you network. So you gotta work on building relationships to find the right partners that wanna have the same goals as you. Each of these 5 different strategies can work for you if you have little to no cash. It's all about what your goals are and how do these different structures help you personally. So if this video worked for you, please give me a thumbs up. It helps me with the algorithm. Write a comment below. I'm curious on what strategy you plan on using for your first deal. And let me know if you have any other questions. Don't forget to subscribe. Thanks, guys.